Last week, Thursday, we launched one of the biggest estates in Ibeju-Lekki, and so many investors are already buying into it, even right before we launched the property. The name of the estate is Tiwa Garden Phase 2.
Today we are launching another great estate called Tiwa Garden Phase 2. So this is an amazing product that I believe will transform the space of real estate when it comes to real estate in Lagos. I'm always super excited when the brand bring out a product like this that we have confidence upon to sell, we have confidence upon to introduce to all our subscribers, because we believe that when you buy a product like this or when you invest in product like this that is government allocated, you can be rest assured that you are not going to have any problem. You can be rest assured that while we are here, we don't have any problem and the land is safe from any form of government involvement on anything. So we are buying a very good property, and as you can see, the property is dry. It's dry. You can see, despite the heavy rain, the ground is still standing solid. And also, I'm not just going to be the only one to confirm this to you. I also have the representative of the New Town Development Authority from Lagos State to also confirm to you the genuineness of the property that we have introduced to the market. And apart from that, you know, this property is also facing the express, which is a lovely product that a lot of people are looking for. So it's facing express and your clients don't have anything to worry about. And at the same time, we have the infrastructure plan of this place already. The fact is that all our estates, when you get there, you see that work is going on every day. Yes, there may be some slow motion due to one or two challenges, but the fact is that as a brand, we stand by our priority at every point in time, which number one is to make sure that our clients are satisfied. Number two is to make sure that our sales force are satisfied. And number three is for the company to also be satisfied. So as it is now, this is a lovely product that we have already a resident engineer on site to make sure that the infrastructure work keep going on a daily basis. And what we look at it is that what we have seen is that from our experience in this business, we have discovered that when it comes to development of an estate, we need to put a strategy in place. And the strategy we have put in place is that we have divided the property into clusters. We have the cluster A, we have the cluster B. So the cluster A are for people that are buying for immediate development. If your client is buying to start building immediately, then we are going to allocate the client to cluster A. Then, if your client is buying for investment purposes, or maybe your client is buying for land banking purposes, we are going to allocate the clients in cluster B. In fact, I can assure you that when it comes to real estate investment, it's the only investment that you can put your money into that you can be guaranteed that even inflation cannot overcome real estate, because your property will keep growing on a daily basis. And you know that come 1 year's time from now, the rate at which property must have appreciated in this location will be very, very massive. So this is the time for us to talk to our clients. And this is the time for us to educate all our clients to buy rightly and to buy a very good product. I was having a conversation with some set of realtors 2 days ago, and I was talking about, ensuring that you, at this period now, you can see what is happening with the collapse and all that. It's not that maybe government just want to collapse some building, but it's because of the fact that I have seen myself that there have been a drainage issue in Lagos State that is causing a lot of flooding. And And I think it is out of frustration that government is doing whatever that they're doing now. But nevertheless, we are still saying how we can collaborate with government with the help of our able chairman of Radar to see how we can put things the way it's supposed to be. And I forgot I didn't introduce myself to as the treasurer, the Real Estate Developer Association Lagos chapter. Thank you very much for your support. So definitely I'm always with him to take some decision on how we can transform the real estate space in Lagos. So on this note, I'm sure from the FAQ you will read about the facilities to be provided. There's going to be malls, there's going to be roads, street lights, security and all that. So you can read more about it on the FAQ and be rest assured that we are on ground and we are working on a daily basis.
This estate is a follow-up to Tiwa Commercial Hub that we launched last year, April, which is already sold out now. I talked about that in my previous video. And the reason why so many investors are already buying it, even before it was launched, is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Because for so many investors to be buying into it, the property that has not reached 2 weeks, because it is just 1 week today. It was last week Thursday that we launched it. So there are things that made so many investors to be like motivated to key into this property as early as possible, that I want you to know. So ensure to watch the video from the beginning to the end, and you will see the reason why so many investors are buying into it, and why you too should make haste to invest in Tiwa Garden Phase 2 as well. So the very first reason why so many investors are already buying into Tiwa Garden Phase 2 is the fact that it is strategically located in a prime location at Ibeju-Lekki, Eleron precisely, is rightly beside the Lekki Expressway, is by the road. And you know how so many investors like you are attracted to a property that is just by the expressway or by the road. And not only for the fact that it is by the road, it is being surrounded by so many government and private projects that are already going on in Ibeju-Lekki. Like, the property is not too far away from Alaro City, one of the biggest projects there, and it is not too far also from Pan Atlantic University, likewise to Dangote Refinery, which is just like 5 minutes or thereabout from Tiwa Garden Phase 2. And not only that, Tiwa Garden Phase 2 is just about few minutes drive from the new site for the new Lekki International Airport that is coming to Ibeju-Lekki. So because of that, so many investors are already buying it, because they can see the potential, they can see the gain that awaits them by investing in such a prime location. So they are buying into it because of the location, as for the fact that it is by the main road or by the expressway, and it is being surrounded by great projects that are already ongoing there. So that is the first reason why they are buying into it as fast as possible. The second reason is the fact that Tiwa Garden Phase 2 has great title, which is Government Allocation CO4. Government Allocation CO4 is not that common. For you to see a property that has Government Allocation CO4, It means that the real estate company that has that property, it is well connected to the government body, and it is also a top-notch and a credible real estate that can have a property of such title. So because of that, so many investors are buying into it because of the fact that it has great title. The real estate company has bought the property from the government straight up. They didn't buy it from Omonile, they didn't buy it from the family, they didn't buy it from an individual, but they bought it straight up from the government, out of the government schemes. You know, government has a lot of schemes in Lagos State. They have several schemes, the Dara scheme, and several other like different categories of schemes. So by having several schemes like that, they will be selling it to the real estate companies that are interested in those properties. So in this kind of property, there's no fear of demolition in future time. There's no fear of the fact that the estate is not well planned, because it has been planned by the government already. That's one of the advantages that so many investors have already foreseen, that made them to like subscribe to the property as fast as possible.
So investing, you are doing, or you are getting land here for your own self. Everything here is genuine. It's from government. So I can assure you, whatever you want to do, if you want to make further verification, you can go to Land Bureau, Survey General, and NTA. If this land is genuine or not. This is zealous working with Lagos government, and we're happy with him. We want to work more with him. So I congratulate you. This is genuine land. Thank you, and God bless you.
Third reason why so many investors are already buying into it is the fact that the property was developed by a reliable and top-notch real estate company, which is Zealous Home. The chairman of the board of directors of Zealous Home is Pastor Olumide Emmanuel, and then the CEO of the company is Dr. Olatunjoye Oluwatosin. And those two men are some of the trusted people that are well connected to the government. Because of that, people, they trust the company and they are buying into it, because people buy into properties or products that they trust the business owner. So the same thing is happening in Zealous Home. Zealous Home is a trusted real estate company that whenever they push any product into the market, they always deliver. They always talk and do. Like in those property that we have launched, like Tiwa Garden City, which is the phase 1 of this one that we just launched. Everything we said that we are going to do in that company, in that estate, we did it even right before the time that we put to do those things. Like the time that we launched our Tiwa commercial, it was not fenced, it was not gated, it was not interlocked, and several other features were not there. But we did that within a short span of time. Because of that, we won this trust of so many investors, and because of that, now any property we launch, they tend to yield to it as fast as possible. So the fourth reason why so many investors are buying into it is the fact that it has the potential for great returns on investment. There are some properties that when you buy them like 2 years, they have not added any value. But that is not true in zealous home. As soon as you have bought the property, we are doing one or two things. Even if the property has not been fenced, we fence it. If it has not been gated, we gate it up. And as we are doing those things, the price of the property will be increasing. That is why within a year, the price of the property that you have bought would have tripled the amount that you have bought that property within a year. So the investors that have bought into Tiwa Garden Phase 2, they know that Tiwa Garden Phase 2 is going to be like Tiwa Commercial and Tiwa Garden City that had sold out already, because they know that this one is going to deliver as well as those other ones. So it has great potential for great returns on investment. So that is one of the reasons why they are buying into it as fast as possible. And it is my earnest desire for you to also key into it as fast as possible. Another reason why so many investors are buying into it as fast as possible is the fact that it has no hidden charges. There are so many properties that you will buy and at the beginning they will tell you that this is all the amount that you are going to pay, but at the end you are going to end up paying more money. They will tell you different days, statutory fee, survey plan fee, developmental fee, all sorts of hidden charges will be showcased. And if care is not taken, you will like be frustrated to the point that you will say they should refund your money, and by the time they are going to refund your money, like 15% of that money is not going to be given back to you. So unlike this Tiwa Garden Phase 2, it comes with all inclusive, meaning you are not going to pay any additional money to have your documents again. Everything has been charged into the property price, so there is no hidden charges here. So those are some of the reasons why so many investors are buying into Tiwa Garden Phase 2 as fast as possible, and which I also want you to like key into it as fast as possible. If you have not subscribed to this channel, I know that you have gotten value from what I have shared with you, either in this video or the previous video that I've shared, then subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified whenever we put up an update regarding our Tiwa Garden Phase 2, and then share the video with someone that needs to hear this or need to invest into our Tiwa Garden Phase 2. So that's all I have for us for now. Until next time.